But this is what I tell you. Juan Pablo, what a shocker. Sets on the pole. But you know what, Juan? It doesn't really matter. Because if you sit on the course pole, there's no guarantee you're in the Bud shootout anyway. What the heck? You had shocks on that was wrong. NASCAR says that you have to go to 42nd. So you know what, Juan? So you missed out on the course pole. It really wasn't nothing there because you weren't guaranteed being in a shootout anyway.
Yeah, but it would have got him a lot of headlines throughout this week at least.
Got him more headlines.
Got him more headlines anyway. So Juan Pablo goes from first to 42nd on the starting grid after a problem with the shock absorber. Let's now go to Booty Barker with our Advanced Auto Parts explanation to find out exactly what was wrong with Juan Pablo's car.
The 42 car this week got disqualified from qualifying at Kansas. Now, what he had was he had too much pressure in his right rear shock canister. Now, I'm not hating on a brother for trying to get an advantage, but what happened was they got out of bounds of the rules and NASCAR had to do something. The reason why is because if you take this spring right here and you want to run a big spring to keep the back of the car up, well, what happens? It gets very loose because you don't have any mechanical grip. So let's say you go to a light spring. What that light right rear does is gives you lots of mechanical grip, but the problem is that the back of the car is too low. You don't have any downforce. Well, potentially what they did with that right rear shock, having a lot of pressure, is they got the best of both worlds. That way they could run a light spring to have mechanical grip, but also that shock with all the gas pressure can keep the back of the car up and have downforce. So that's why NASCAR had to do something about it, because they were out of bounds and they most likely had an advantage that the rest of us didn't have.
Booty Barker, thanks a lot. If you want to learn more about this new race car for NASCAR's Top Series, go to the Advanced Auto Parts virtual cutaway car. You can find it at speedtv.com. So the 42 car spent a little bit of time on the pole. Then it goes to the back of the pack today. So Juan Pablo has his work cut out for him, and so does crew chief Brian Patty. Let's go back inside and rejoin Wendy Venturini.
Thank you, Johnny. Yes, the 42 car will start in the 42nd position, and we were just hearing from Booty Barker the explanation of what happened after qualifying. Can you delve into that topic a little bit more for us, Brian?
I'll just tell you what happened. You know, we set all our shocks at the shop with the pressures that we want to run, and they were within the limit at the shop. We just failed to check them here at the track, and that's where you know, the discrepancy got started, and obviously that's where we got penalized.
Now, where do you go from here? Obviously, it's going to be a long day starting in the back, but you guys have a lot of good company back there. A lot of the chase contenders are starting towards the back of the pack, too, so that's kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, isn't it?
You know, that, and, you know, we've qualified bad before. You know, qualified 35th last week at Dover and ran with Tony up to the top 15. So, yeah, we got a good car. Should be able to do the same thing here this weekend. Just, you know, it's something we've been trying to, or I have been trying to get in Juan's head, is qualifying better would help us finish better in the top 10 and where we need to be. And, you know, we set this seed months ago, and last week in Dover we sat down and said we can't qualify 35th every week. And he comes and, you know, the first time, you know, sit on the pole and do everything and then get kicked out. I'm like, I just can't believe it. So, you know, I got to keep working on Juan. The team's great, and we're making big strides. The cars are driving pretty good. Had a good Charlotte test, so I'm looking forward to the last 7 races.
All right, thanks, Brian, for joining us. And Brian's going to head into the driver crew chief meeting, just getting ready to start right there. But there gives us a little insight on what Brian Patty had to deal with this week, how to keep team morale up, and also how to keep driver Juan Pablo Montoya on a positive outlook for today's race. Johnny?
Wendy, thanks a lot. It's always fun to watch Juan Pablo Montoya come through the field because he definitely knows how to get it done. Now,